channel, LuvvLori. Today's video is going to be all about how I make my absolute favorite iced coffee drink at home. So let me preface this by saying I love iced coffee, which I know is a very basic white girl thing to say, but it's the truth. I love it. I start every morning with an iced coffee. I don't care if it's negative 20 degrees outside. I want an iced coffee. I make French press cold brew. Iced coffee is the bomb. So my old routine used to include going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts every morning and getting some kind of iced espresso drink, which, as you can imagine, adds up very quickly. I did a little bit of math before this video because I thought it would be an interesting thing to discuss. Sorry, also, my nerd is showing. If you didn't know, I'm an optics engineer. The cat's trying to eat something. Money! So, let's say I average $5 a day for my iced caramel macchiato. More expensive at Starbucks than $5, slightly less expensive at Dunkin' Donuts than $5, so if I'm going to both places, let's just say that comes out to around $5 a day. So I wasn't just going before every work day. We're talking at least once a day, every day of the week. So that's 7 days a week. So that's $35 a week on iced espresso drinks. Now, multiplying that by 4.5 weeks a month on average, that's $157.50 a month, which is outrageous. If you're anything like me, and you too are a basic white bitch who's obsessed with going to get a morning iced espresso, this video is definitely for you. With my new recipe that I make at home with my Nespresso machine and all of my own ingredients that I think, like, for my own personal taste, I enjoy better. Like, I don't crave going to Starbucks anymore unless I want some kind of like dessert frappuccino. But my daily coffee that I look forward to every day comes out to about $1.50 if you take into account the cost of the coffee and then a per use average of my milk and other sweeteners that I put in it. Comes out to $1.50 a day. So multiply that out for a week, that's $10.50 a week. Multiply that out to a month, that's $47.25 a month. So that means per month, I'm saving $110.25, and that comes out to, when I think about how much I was spending before, it makes me sick to my stomach. That's a savings of $1,323 per year. But, so if you're interested in finding out about an iced coffee that is as good or better than Starbucks and will save you over $1,000 a year, then keep watching to see how I've done it. Okay, so before we get started on actually making our drink, I thought I would take you through some of the key ingredients. So one of the first things that you're going to need is an espresso maker. I've found that I've had Keurigs before. It's not as good. I do have a French press that I make cold brew in sometimes, but it doesn't replace my like morning latte macchiato style espresso drink. It's just not the same. So I have the Nespresso VertuoPlus Deluxe with the Aerocinno 3 frother. I think they're on sale all the time. I paid $180 for mine on sale, but I actually recently got one for my sister for her birthday, and that came out to $130 after tax and shipping from Williams & Sonoma. So I would just, if you're really wanting to get the Nespresso, I would just kind of eye and check back for the prices. Definitely don't pay full price on the Nespresso website. You can find it on sale too many other places far too often for that. So even if you want to make espresso drinks at home, I would advise to not feel like you have to get an espresso. You can easily get a much cheaper espresso maker from somewhere like Walmart. You give up a little bit of the convenience of just being able to use the pods because you'll have to like press your own grounds and those types of things, but also for some people that may be better. So kind of just whatever espresso machine or maker you feel fits your needs and budget the best. If you are interested in Nespresso, let's go ahead and talk pods a little bit. So all of the Nespresso pods, if you get the Vertuo one, you can only get them from Nespresso. I think Amazon has some, Bed Bath & Beyond has some, but you have to get the Nespresso brand pods. They're the only ones that will work in the machine. So the pods are rated from 1 to 12 as far as intensity, and you can go through and browse all of the different flavor profiles and things like that. They'll give you a lot of information on the choices. There are still a lot of choices, and the coffee is really good. So my favorite pod, the one that I by far use the most, is the Double Espresso Chiaro pod. So these are $1 a piece, so you get them in sleeves of 10 for $10. And that is a 6 out of 12 on the intensity scale. But yeah, that's like the best pod ever. As far as single espressos, I love the Diavolitto pod. This is an 11 out of 12 on the intensity scale. And then I also like the Altissimo pods that are purple, these are blue, and those are a 9 out of 12. So those are both very good. And also because the Nespresso for me was mostly to fill the void of espresso drinks, I've only used a couple of the like coffee or Gran Alto size pods, so I can't speak to the options for those as much. But as far as espresso, those are by far my favorite. But definitely explore and try new things. The Nespresso machine will come with a sampler pack so you can try a bunch of different ones, which I think is really great. So then this is where the fun part is, and you can kind of customize from there. So you'll need your milk of choice for a macchiato. I love this silk oat milk. It's the oat milk, and I like the vanilla one. It's not sweet, but it's got a little bit of a vanilla flavor, which in a caramel macchiato I think complements it really well. Then I'll use this Ghiradelli caramel sauce. You can use Hershey's makes one too. These are a little bit expensive. I think these are like just over $5 for a bottle this size. The Hershey's one is under $4 and is much bigger, but I really like this one better. And because I'm still coming out daily so much cheaper than Starbucks or Dunkin', I feel like it's worth it. So if what you want is to mimic the Starbucks caramel macchiato, that uses a vanilla flavor syrup. So I have this one from Torani that comes in this giant glass bottle with this pump. And sometimes I think the Nespresso coffee is so good that I don't always want the kind of sweetness that I get from adding a syrup, and just a little bit of caramel drizzle is good enough for me. But doing maybe 2 pumps of this and a double espresso, I think would make it taste closer to the Starbucks version, and I do like doing that as well when I'm in the mood for something a little more sweet. Alright, so we've already got our machine warming up here, so while that happens, it's pretty quick. I think it only takes like 30 to 60 seconds or so. So now that our machine's all warmed up, we're going to go ahead and tap this open. My pod from yesterday goes in the back there. We're going to insert the new pod and close. So I usually like to actually brew the coffee as close to the beginning of my process as possible, because then it has a little bit of time to cool and I feel like it melts the ice a little less. So we're going to go ahead and just put our cup there and hit brew. And while that's going, we're going to go ahead and get started with our milk. So we have our Aerocinno 3 here. I'm going to go ahead and fill. Oh, we have a little kitty visitor. Lurger. So we're going to go ahead and fill to the first max line, which you can't really see because it's going to be very difficult for me to show you. Again, any milk you want. Some milks froth better than others. Alright, so now I usually just let the coffee sit while I go through the rest of my process. This oat milk froths okay, not as good as traditional milk. So then what you do is you hit this button and hold it until it turns blue, and then that's when you know you're getting the cold foam. So then while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of caramel in the bottom of my cup. You dress the side of the glass a little bit and make it look really pretty once your coffee's in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my ice in. So about a cup is pretty good for this size glass, I would say. I'm not really sure how many ounces these are. I will link these glasses down below. I got these from Anthropologie. They're kind of expensive, so we only have 2 of them, but I'm obsessed with this design. They're so pretty. Now we just wait for our milk to be done. Yay! Okay, so now we pull this off. Go ahead and pour it into our cup. Like so. And then we'll just go ahead and add the coffee. Tell me that's not the most satisfying thing on the whole planet. Now, I usually like to add a little bit more of my caramel drizzle on top. I'm not a barista, so we'll pretend that's prettier than it is. And then I'll usually just stick a metal straw in there. I love metal straws and spoons for cold things. I just think it makes it taste so much better. So mix it up, and there you have it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I truly love this recipe. I don't crave going to the coffee shop anymore. It feels like a waste of money, and the best part is it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. So I enjoyed the iced espresso so much that to me, I knew I was spending a lot of money, but it was worth it because it made me excited to get up. I got to go to work and have this thing that I really enjoyed, and I was overspending on it, but this doesn't feel like a sacrifice to me, so I still get to get up and look forward to having my iced coffee, but I'm not spending an arm and a leg to do it anymore, and I don't have to leave the house, so like, no more budgeting an extra 5 to 10 minutes into my commute so I can be sure I have time to stop and get my coffee. I just get to bring it with me, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that as I play with the Nespresso more, have a couple syrups and there's different things, trying different milks that I've enjoyed doing. So if you're interested in any more iced coffee recipes, be sure to let me know down below. If you haven't already and you would like to, be sure to hit subscribe. I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, beauty, lifestyle, fashion. Have a lot of fun. We like to be goofy. So I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.